Well, so Forsaken just released their long-awaited Noli update, and besides a bunch of controversy because Noli is asked to play, they also added skins. A lot of skins. But that included one of the most anticipated skins in the coming months, that being Hacklord Shedleski. The skin was teased for months pretty much. Testers were going around in games with it and it looked insane. It had custom animations, custom sound effects, custom voice lines, and most infamously, a Last Man Standing theme being a cover of Through Patches of Violet by Melee. There is just a problem. This skin got remade like twice and the LMS theme was scrapped, and then they remade the theme, but it turns out it was a placeholder, but then they said they would have a theme in game. It was a whole mess. The intro got remade as well, and it was supposed to be released on the 2-time update, and it got delayed. And afterwards, the devs decided to not give it any voice lines, because 1x1x1x1 already has too many voice lines. I'm sorry, what? The only skins of 1x1x1 with voice lines are Betrayed and Eggs, one of them being a joke. And do we want to look at Cool Kid? Do we really need to say that 1x has too many voice lines? And then we have Cool Kid over here. Every skin basically has voice lines. So why not give them to Hacklord considering they were already done? Oh, the skin would be too high effort. Alright, so the update is out. Hacklord is an achievement skin. I wonder what the achievement could be. Kill 100 Shedleskis as 1x. Also, it's bug and only the M1 counts. So everybody and their mom started farming kills in public servers, and within a few hours, the first people started receiving Hacklord. Why is the Proelium Fatale a PNG? I'm sorry, what? Alright, let's ignore that. It may just be a bug. Why is the chase team domino effect? Where is the LMS? Why is there no LMS? Why is the outro the default 1x outro? What the fuck? Oh, thank the Lord. What? Okay, so people were obviously upset, and also rightfully upset, about not having a LMS. And besides the people that were harassing the devs, that's just being an asshole. This anger is kind of justified, because this skin was teased for months with an LMS, and it was released unfinished. So let's hear what our dear lead developer Basil has to say about this. There is no change in dynamic between the two characters the LMS would have been present for. It's just essentially an evil Shed to kill Shed, which creation of hatred already covers that dynamic. Okay, have the devs played Limbus Company? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think 1x1x1x1 decided to go on an interdimensional killing spree of every Shedleski because he believes that they're the reason why his lover was destined to be miserable. You cannot compare the dynamic between 1x and Shed to the one of Earl King and Heathcliff. People got upset, so they obviously asked, what about Gas Harpoon? Why does that have an LMS? Cupcakes, Vanity. And Basil replied, LMS like Cupcakes, Compass and Vanity were made before these rules were put into place, and were actually removed and re-added due to the community wanted to keep them. They're essentially exceptions due to the fact they were made before any rules were put into play. Isn't that the case for Hacklord as well, though? That was also being made when these rules weren't there. I agree to disagree. Yes, it has been, but the LMS was never 100% agreed upon by our team. This is the choice our music team would like to take the direction of our ST in. You can be disappointed, that's alright, but it's our choice, and I'd like to ask you all to respect our decision. Okay, why is there even a rule in the first place? And why does it not apply to old skins? At this point, it's just a mass excuse to not give Hacklord an Last Man Standing theme. If you don't understand what this rule is referring to, I'm sure you remember a few months ago, every skin LMS, so Gas Harpoon, Cupcakes and Vanity, they all were removed because a new rule was implemented by the music leads. This rule basically locks special LMS themes behind only characters that have a connection. This, however, caused a lot of community backlash, and the old owner of the game, who shall not be named, decided to scrap this rule because of community feedback. This rule was re-added though after Basil and Itoko got ownership, so this is why we're not getting the Hacklord LMS. But then why does this rule not apply to all the LMS then? What's even more stupid is that the reason why Hacklord was released unfinished in this update was because, once again, the previous owner, who shall not be named, promised for it to release before or in the Noli update. So you're telling me that when it comes to old promises, Itoko and Basil still go by them. But old rules that were abolished by that same person who made those promises, they're put back. This caused way too much drama in the community, which led to devs being harassed. I do not condone this harassment in any way, but the devs do not know what they're doing. and it's just proven by the thing they did next. Due to the endless amounts of drama, Basil finally said that an NMS will be worked on. So yeah, it was over. Everybody was happy. Hacklord is getting an NMS. They're scrapping every other Project Moon skin because of this. This is another stupid decision. Scrapping the rest of the skins because this drama will only add more fuel to the fire by people who wanted the skins and who were fans of Project Moon and couldn't wait for the skins to release. In fact, after some Limbus company skins that were supposedly scrapped were teased, people were, indeed, upset. There is no reason to scrap all these skins, only because people were upset at your bad choices, because you decided to release their unfinished skin and then went on to make choices that made zero sense at all. There is also another side drama, which apparently Hacklord wasn't worked until the last week before the update. It may be false or true, I don't even know anymore, it's just stupid at this point. To end off this rant, I'm not in favor of harassing the devs, obviously. I think if you're doing that, once again, you're just a hassle. But it upsets me that this just proves their inexperience, and the prime example is just how they're handling the situation. Scrapping every other skin is just going to lead to even more drama. It's not gonna fix anything. But in the end, what do you guys think about all of this? Do you believe the community's reaction is justified, or are developers in the right? Let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.